I I can't believe I'm making a video like this in my 5 years of YouTube, but I think this will be the one exception where I end up doing something like this. Before the video starts, I'm gonna leave a trigger warning for you guys. There are some topics covered in this video which can be very sensitive to some people. Be warned, they include sexual assault, child rape, suicide, and a lot worse.
Something else that this individual did was stage suicide attempts. We have multiple accounts of people pointing this out.
Oh my god.
No!
Dude.
Yeah, I don't know how this is all on Twitter, by the way.
Why does all the crazy shit happen on Twitter?
That's why I kind of didn't want to make a Twitter account in the first place, because I knew this come out of nowhere.
I realize how much fun you're having right now.
Bruh. And so, the rabbit hole begins.
She keeps wiping her slate clean, and this slate is... There are so many lies that are stacked upon this that everyone just doesn't seem to find it because of the fact that she has wiped her slate clean so well to the point where no one can find anything. And anyone that speaks up about it, gone. Nothing. You hear nothing about it. Or if you do, you hear it for a few months. The same thing happened to the Sean situation. Same thing happened to the wild card situation. Same thing happened to the bio and Fawn. Like, all of these things have happened on and off to several different people, and they're completely gone. Their quote-unquote slates have been wiped clean. But this is true for Sarah because of the fact that people have talked about her constantly on and off for several, I'm assuming, years. And no one has been able to find anything because she's been doing so well of keeping her slate clean. She plays it off so well to the point where you wouldn't be able to tell that she is the liar. You wouldn't be able to tell that she's done this, and that to so many people. When I tell you, she has caused so much grief for so many people.
So for those of you who don't know what's going on, I will try to be quick and brief as possible to show you who Sarah is. Sarah is a very manipulative individual, very toxic, out looking for chaos and just disturbing the peace. She has made a reputation for herself in the ASMR and VA community as a very unstable person. She goes around causing problems, and the amount of things she has done range from threatening to dox people, threatening to hack people, pretending like she was going to commit self-deletion for attention, and talking to minors, and having possession of things she should not have possession of. Now, in terms of my experience with her, boy oh boy, I wish I didn't have to at any point have to deal with her, but I did 2 to 3 years ago. When my YouTube channel was a bit smaller and I was just starting out my Discord server, I remember a lot of people coming in, and luckily for me, I had someone, another content creator already in my server, who unfortunately already had bad experiences with Sarah, so she was warning me about Sarah the moment she joined my server and told me that she would try to be manipulative and would try to make me turn my back against Kay because she had a vendetta against Kay at the time. And me being me, I was trying to be very kind and was very skeptical about that until I saw from my own eyes that she is a vile person. Now, what you're about to see up on screen is a very crazy incident that happened between me, Kay, and Sarah. So, I confronted Sarah because she was trying to manipulate me into believing that Kay was this evil monster, and that Kay wanted her to get harmed, and basically dragging Kay's reputation to the ground with lies. And I caught her one day with this. She went out of her way to create a fake profile picture of supposedly Kay on a different platform called Any Roleplay. It's about anime and roleplaying, obviously. I had no idea it existed until that day when I was investigating, and what was hilarious about this was her crap attempt to try to frame Kay, or try to pretend she is Kay, when she still, for some reason, accidentally copied and pasted, probably from a different social media platform, her bio into that platform. So, I already know Kay and her real name, and the fact that, like, the description says, "Hey, I'm Sarah," just gave it away. She tried brushing it away by saying, "Oh no, I'm actually friends with Kay. Kay is actually on that platform. This is my account, as you can see." That turned out to be a lie. Sarah made an account for herself and also made an account for Kay. She is both of them. Not two different individual people, just one. Now, why did she do this? I have no idea. Probably to tear down Kay's reputation more at the time. And when I tried confronting her about this, she deleted the account, which just further proved my point that she was guilty. Long story short, the debacle ended, and I thought that would be the one time I would see her again, and that would be it. Fast forward, a couple of years later, 2022, I decided to make a Twitter, and now I'm realizing it might have been a mistake. And I go on there because I want to follow VAs and other YouTubers who can also help me do collabs and other things like that, to just make friends. Oh boy. And I followed this one VA called Asteria VA. I checked out her account, and she retweeted something from another ASMR artist called Midnight Moon ASMR. Midnight Shadow ASMR. And she posted an audio about a Sarah, but mind you, this was yesterday and I didn't really know or thought about the Sarah that I encountered 2 to 3 years ago, because she was just out of my mind already. And the next thing you know, the more I listened to the audio, the more it sounded like the Sarah that I encountered. Take a listen to what she's done.
Being happy and stuff like that. Obviously, the normal VC stuff in Discord. And so, when she would join, she would just sit there in silence. Anytime someone talked to her, she would give us a one-word answer or something, and that would be the end of the conversation with her. And she would put forth effort. But she had kept saying, oh, we banned her from the server. Oh, we did this and this to cause her to, not be allowed in the server. No one wanted to talk to her. No one wanted to interact with her. But in reality, she had left the server. She had an alt account or two in the server. So she obviously could still watch what the heck we were doing. And if she didn't have an account in there was a bunch of people that were still siding with her, telling her what we were doing, basically. So we were never exactly free from Sarah. But she had just been telling anyone that would listen lies, saying oh, we kicked her, we would do this and this, we would talk bad about her, we would badmouth her, blah 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 blah. So eventually, when the whole thing about her threatening to dox everyone and hack everyone and shut down the server and stuff, people had already made a backup server just in case. They were setting that up and stuff. They sent the invite to certain people because we didn't know who we could trust unless we were really close with them.
So, imagine my face when I figure out that she's still out here causing chaos. And it gets a lot worse. Me and my bros decided to go on a rabbit hole see what else we can find about her after finding out she's still alive and active, causing all this mayhem. And it turns out I'm not even the first person to make a video about her. Someone 9 months ago made a video basically exposing her for her predatory behavior. And here's just a snippet for you to watch.
This brings me to my next section, which is what happened between Sarah and Magic. Since people will not read Magic's post, I will reiterate the situation. In Magic's words, she has done many illegal things, such as claiming to have child pornography of me. She said she edited my face onto some photos, sexually harassed me multiple times, talking about my private parts in a sexual way when I was 17, and threatened to post child pornography photos online, and posting my trauma that another VA told her on her Twitter timeline saying I was faking it, as well as telling me she hoped I'd get sexually assaulted again. Now, to define something else, since everyone seemed to find this to be a huge issue. Edited pornography is still pornography in the eyes of the law. Being angry stops being an excuse when you are a 23, practically 24-year-old adult woman. Another thing, something off of an impulse of anger is not a deliberate, premeditated plan, which is what Sarah had. I will now also play a clip of Sarah's confession video to these activities.
It feels good to finally admit that I did it wrong. I handled the situation wrong, and I assumed that my word would have been right, and that my word would have turned the tables for what was and will always be a child predator. Constant child predator. So yes, I'm sorry you went through this pain, and I'm sorry I caused most of it. I really am. To all of you in the ASMR community, this is Sarah Loves Voices, and I'm so sorry. I am really sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors about me or about what I did in the past, like...
Here's a real high-class bout.
For instance, I tried to make somebody a little younger feel better about themselves, so I dated them for a little while. I didn't do anything sexual to them, I didn't do anything bad to them, but nothing at all like that. But people are still convinced that I did bad things to them when I didn't. I just wanted to make them feel better about themselves by having somebody who would listen and somebody who would, you know, make them feel like they could work towards a relationship with somebody. That's what I did in my free time. I was kind of like...
What?
So apparently that was really bad, but... I was older than them, so apparently that was really bad, but... I don't know. I'm in the route where, you know, age doesn't matter as long as you don't do anything bad to them. Because, you know, when you see a little kid, being like, oh, you know, one day I'm gonna marry you or something, and like to a 19-year-old. So that was kind of my thing, even if a kid came to me and was like, oh, you know, can I be your boyfriend or something? I was like, okay, but, you know, only to make you feel better, and, you know, we can't do anything bad, because I want to make sure that you know, get a relationship with an actual person who, you know, really... that, oh, this person was a little bit younger and they were dating somebody who was older than them, so apparently...
The rest will be linked in the description down below. So now you probably get the point now. She goes by many aliases and tries to manipulate people to get people into her little bubble. And Sarah, if you're listening to this, I don't care if you send your white knights. If you threaten to hack me, if you threaten to dox me, I don't care. I'm leaving it up here for everyone to see. Because you deserve this. You've caused too much trouble for everyone. And I know Other people probably don't want to get involved into this, but if we think about it for a moment, we're letting something like this fester for too long. And we don't know who could be next. We don't know who else could be victim of being falsely accused of doing something they didn't. I could be next. Your favorite content creator could be next, because she has been everywhere. Your favorite content creator might already have encountered her or has already been affected by her, and you probably don't know it. She is out here, and she is a threat. If her false accusations one day get to the point where people actually believe her, then not, innocent people can be affected by her and her actions, just because she has anger issues. How are you 24 and still doing things like this? Pretending to commit suicide for attention? Do you think that's a joke? Do you think talking to minors is a joke? Something that could just be brushed aside as the past? As it was pointed out before, that is criminal behavior. Criminal behavior. You've caused harassment, and you cause threats. And there's all loads of evidence everywhere about it, Sarah. So don't think you're coming out clean. I'm coming at you directly. And before anything, I just want to say I do not condone anyone going to her after this video to DM her nasty things or to comment anything disgusting in her comment section. We're better than that. I'm only doing this to spread the word so people know about her. And for her directly to hear it from me, because I cannot believe she is still out here doing this. It's embarrassing and it's pathetic. And that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching and spread the word.